I was told to pack my bags, leave the baby in the nursery and just go.
This was my mum's dream, to finally meet her siblings.
Every year, thousands of people come to us looking for missing family.
I have got a brother out there somewhere. I just want him to know that he's been loved.
Sometimes it's to discover the truth about what really happened.
To find out that we were actually together, it breaks my heart.
So imagine the moment.
It's Davina.
I'm about 10 minutes away.
Hello, Nikki.
When the answers finally come.
Oh my gosh!
She's thought about you every single day.
I ain't got my eyes.
In this series, we discover extraordinary stories.
I have felt an awful lot of guilt ever since I made the decision to do what I did.
And find people that no one else could trace.
They found my sister. You're joking?
They're your cousins.
Reuniting families who've spent a lifetime apart.
You found us.
Love you.
I knew that cuddle from when he was a baby.
The pain and sadness of being forced to give up a baby for adoption follows many birth mothers their entire lives. And for our first searcher, Ros, that loss is particularly hard because her daughter was the only child she ever had.
The love remains. It's been with me since the day she was born. Christine is in my heart and my head. How are you getting on?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Can you stop for a cup of tea?
Ros Webb is 76 and lives in Cornwall with her husband, Tony.
Do you want me to hold the torch or can you manage?
No, I'm okay.
Tony and I have been married for nearly 50 years.
Needle in a haystack springs to mind.
Yeah.
Throughout my life, I've never really spoken too much about Christine because it is very painful. And I wasn't able to have any more children.
Ros grew up in Coventry with her parents and elder sister.
Mum was very strict. She was very concerned about what other people thought. As teenagers, obviously during the 60s, everything was going on. It was a very wayward kind of living and I was always out and about. I became pregnant. When my parents found out about the pregnancy, my mother decided from then on what was going to happen.
To hide her pregnancy, 16-year-old Ros was sent almost 100 miles away to a Church of England mother and baby home in London.
It was shameful. Nobody should know, nobody will know.
Today, she is returning to the site for the first time.
My room was right at the very top, almost next to the nursery. That's where the nursery was. I remember there being a picket fence and a gate and a garden where the prams, if it was sunny, where the babies used to be. I expect after all this time for it to be exactly the same. And obviously it's not, the area's not the same, I'm not the same.
Ros gave birth to a daughter in March 1965. She named her Christine. They were together at the mother and baby home for over 6 weeks, but Ros wasn't allowed to take a photo.
She was just gorgeous. She was fair, sweet face. It was just the best thing ever. I tried to save her every minute because I knew that it wasn't going to be permanent. You are told in the morning that you're about to give your baby away, that they've come to fetch her. You're just told to go and pack things and go into the sitting room and wait. I heard the front door open, I heard voices. And then Sister came to me and she said, "You can go and fetch the baby now and bring her down." I went up to the nursery and I picked her up. And I held her. I told her I loved her and that she'd be taken care of. I gave her to the sister with all her things. And that's the last time I saw her. It was really hard. And it's still hard now when I think about it. The emotion is raw. And the feelings are raw. To find Christine would just mean everything.
When we took on Ros's search, the first thing we needed to establish was whether her daughter was still called Christine.
Our specialist intermediary accessed her records and discovered that Christine was now called Lindsay and had been adopted by a vicar and his wife.
Lindsay had grown up in Kent, but we couldn't locate her. The family seemed to move around every couple of years.
Then we looked to see if she'd ever married, and we learned that she did now have a new surname. And with this, we traced her. Ros has never forgotten about the baby she was forced to give up, always hoping that her daughter had a good life and was happy in her adoption. But what does Lindsay know, if anything, about her birth mother? Hi, Lindsay, how are you doing?
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome, come on in.
Right, I'll follow you. Thanks very much for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you for coming.
How are you feeling about it?
Nervous. Excited, very excited. I never thought this day would happen. I always hoped it might do, but I kind of gave up hope. So when I got the letter, as I read it, my hands were shaking. I was just, oh my goodness, it has to be my birth mum. It was very emotional.
So this really does mean a lot.
It means a lot, yeah, a lot.
So what was your childhood like?
Oh, amazing. My father's a retired vicar, and then my mother is also retired, so she was a secretary. But everyone knew we were adopted. It's something that we've always known. It was always openly spoken about. And they were great parents, very supportive, very loving.
What do they think about this?
Yeah, they're really happy for me.
Did you ever look yourself?
I did quite a few years ago. I did a little bit of research and we found out that she was married, she had 3 children. But I didn't take it any further because I knew she obviously had a family and I didn't want to come and blow that all apart.
Well, your birth mother, Ros, doesn't have any other children.
Really? Oh, wow. So it's someone completely different. Gosh, I had no idea. None at all. Crikey. Just me. Wow. That's a real shock. A real shock.
And when you were born, she loved you with all her heart. throughout the 6 weeks that she was with you. And she says that she's always loved you and always will love you.
Wow, that's beautiful. When I knew that she'd spent time with me on my adoption papers, I used to think, wow, that's a crazy thing for somebody to have gone through. I could never imagine having to give one of my children away. And at that age, that's probably the bravest thing anyone could do for their child if you know you can't keep them.
She had no choice. When she became pregnant, in terms of her parents, all hell broke loose. There was not a question about her keeping you.
It's just cruel. Really cruel. One thing I've always wondered, does she look like me? Do I look like her? What does she look like?
Well, I can show you.
Can you?
Are you ready?
She does look like me. It's such a lovely picture. She really does. In my head, I thought I'd see a 16-year-old. But no, that's cool. Thank you. Thank you. Can I keep that?
Of course.
Thank you.
Ros came to us at Long Lost Family. We took on her search, and she wrote a letter to you, to her, Christine, her only child, if we ever found you.
Thank you. Oh, she's got lovely writing. How to start, where to start, a letter which has been written 100 times or more in my head. The fact that you may be reading this may mean you've been traced. Thank you 1,000 times over for allowing contact in whatever way, level or form it may take. Knowing that you're on this earth brings me joy and is enough. I don't want to intrude. You may have questions, though. I have many. With my love, Ros. My hand was shaking, so I hope my writing is legible. That's such a beautiful letter. It's so lovely to know that she didn't forget about me. I think deep down I knew she didn't, but there's always that little doubt.
What's it going to be like?
It's going to be one of the biggest things in my life.
Before we tell Ros the good news about her daughter, we take on another search. We hear from lots of adopted people who want to find siblings they've never met. But there's a twist to our next searcher's story. She and her baby brother were both adopted together, but then he was sent back into care. They have spent almost a lifetime apart.
And here on the estate, all the children played together. We used to cycle round and round the roundabout, which is tiny. Love to have had those memories with my younger brother and, you know, to be a big sister. But, sorry. I might get to be a big sister. Anyway, sorry.
Tegan Cornish grew up in West London, having been adopted as a baby. Now 61 with a grown-up daughter, she's remained close to her childhood friend, Sarah.
Hello, sweetie. Lovely seeing you. Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, I can't wait to show you some of these photographs.
Looking forward to seeing them.
Look at your
We all were.
smile.
That's a big cheesy grin, isn't it?
You look beautiful. God, look at all the bottles. God, those were the days, weren't they?
Yeah.
Tegan was adopted at 14 months old by a couple in their 50s.
I don't think I felt loved, really.
I remember you just spending a lot of time away from your house, but with our family.
Yeah, it was nice to have that, to escape and see you guys.
Yeah.
My mother was could be quite cruel. She'd say, if you don't behave, I'll send you back. I didn't ever want to be sent back because I knew that probably being in a children's home would be much worse. I felt quite lonely, I think. I spend most of my time in my room reading. So I'd really love to have had more brothers and sisters, be surrounded by a bigger family. I didn't know anything about my birth family at all when I was growing up. As I got older, it became quite important to me to find out more.
It was only in her 40s that Tegan accessed her adoption records, which revealed that her birth mother was an unmarried teenager. The records also held a shocking piece of information.
First thing that alerted me that there was another baby. It says 26th of August 63, a report on Kenneth, your baby brother. It's kind of like, oh, you know, I've got a brother out there. It's quite an intense thing to think that you've got a blood relative there and you don't know them. So Kenneth is born in August 63, which puts him at, 14 months younger than me. It says Kenneth is a very big baby, tending to flubbiness. He has curly hair. He was friendly and receives a lot of attention and admiration. So he's obviously quite a fun character, I'd say, even when he's very young.
But her records held an even bigger surprise.
I went to my adopted family at the beginning of October 63. Well, Kenneth came with me. I hadn't actually clicked until I really read through the notes that he'd come with me. That was kind of like a real shock. No, it says change of circumstance for Kenneth. So he's been transferred to someone else. And something obviously didn't work out. What's happened to him? This is where I came when I was first adopted, and this is where Kenneth would have come with me.
Tegan Cornish's younger brother Kenneth was taken away from the home where they were to be adopted when he was just 3 months old.
He was with me for, 6 weeks there or something. Knowing that he didn't stay with me is quite devastating, quite difficult. I was shocked to think that he'd been there and then been sent back. Where did he get sent back to? Who took him? Was he taken by social services? Or I have just no idea. I find that sad that we could have been together longer. I'd absolutely love him to be back in my life. Sorry.
Our intermediary accessed Kenneth's adoption records and discovered that after almost 2 years in care, eventually he was adopted by a family called Allen.
But Kenneth Allen isn't an unusual name.
Our team of specialist researchers contacted every Kenneth Allen they could trace in the UK.
After more than a year, they found him in London, living just 10 miles away from where Tegan grew up.
Kenneth is a delivery driver and lives in Lambeth with his wife, Elsie.
Tegan is determined to bring her brother Kenneth back into her life after they were separated as children. But I'm wondering, does he share the same desire to welcome her into his life after all these years? Kenneth, how you doing?
Hello there, Nick.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Well, I've got to ask you, did you know that you had a sister?
No. No, I was told I was the only one.
Who told you you were the only one?
My adopted parents.
So when you heard that you have a sister who's looking for you, how did that hit you?
I cried for about 4 hours. I had to read the letter twice, and then, yeah, it was very emotional. So.
What was your childhood like?
Just loneliness, to be honest. That is my epitome of my youth. Very lonely.
The epitome of my youth. That's a really powerful phrase.
Well, it's true.
What were your adoptive parents like towards you?
I was always distanced. If you can get your head around that, that's the truth. We just go on holiday. I'd be on my own doing fishing, and the parents and my sister would be walking, having a lovely day. So
it sounds quite similar, your upbringing to her upbringing. I think there's similarities. She also felt lonely, isolated. Same?
Yeah. Exactly the same. Missing something, what you didn't know you had. To find out that we were actually together for a short while, it breaks my heart. I would have loved to have grown up with Tegan.
Would you?
I would have loved to.
You're incredibly strong, given that loneliness.
Thankfully, I met my wife, which Elsie was just fantastic.
It was amazing, was it?
Yeah, I'm 15 years old. She's the one for me.
So you met when you were 15?
We've been together 45 years in June last year.
45 years. And what about family now?
I've got 6 grandsons, 1 granddaughter and a great-grandson.
Let me tell you about your sister. Tegan was adopted and brought up in Ealing in West London, and she's got a daughter, Eloise.
Oh, it's a lovely name.
Yeah, it's a lovely name, isn't it? And when she got into her 40s, she started doing the tracing, and now she's determined to meet her baby brother. So this will mean everything to her.
It would mean everything to me.
Does it?
Yeah. Seriously, everything. Mean be able to put the past behind me and get on with the future.
The description of you from the far when she saw it as a big, bouncing, chubby-cheeked baby with a healthy appetite. Do you have any photographs from that?
I have, yeah. There we are. Look.
That's great. Look at that smile. Do you want to see a photograph of your sister?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. I thought you might say that.
Oh, wow. It's brilliant. Oh. It's brilliant. She had the tenacity to keep on going and looking for me. Which,
You find that moves you?
yeah, it does. It does move me. Right, I've got a lovely picture of
How you doing?
Tegan. Look.
Oh, wow. I'm stunned. That is just fantastic. That is really great. All this time, you're right. It's just really beautiful. Can't believe it.
Ros Webb is looking for the daughter she gave up as a 17-year-old. The only child she ever had. It's been almost 60 years since Ros handed over her tiny daughter at a mother and baby home, and despite a lifetime of separation, the love she feels for her only child remains as strong as ever. So I'm thrilled to be able to give her the news that her daughter's been found. Hi,
Hello,
Ros.
Davina.
Hi.
Come on in,
Oh,
please.
thank you.
Please sit down.
Thank you.
Lovely
Thanks
to see
very
you.
much. So what's driving you to search for Christine?
I just need to know that she is all right, that she is fine, that she's been loved, that she's been cared for.
Well, I wanted to come and see you today because I've actually got a bit of news. Your daughter's been found.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Really? I can't tell you, that's amazing. That's immense. And is she all right?
She's really well.
Can I... I can't believe it. There are so many questions, But she's all right.
She's really good.
She's been happy and...
She's had a fantastic
Has she?
adoption, yes, and a good life.
So happy. Thank you. Thank you. Is she in this country?
She is.
Don't tell me she's in Cornwall.
She's not. She's in Surrey.
Oh, right. Oh. And does she have children?
She does.
How many?
She's got 3 boys.
Oh, has she?
Yes. She is called Lindsay. But her middle name is Christine.
Christine.
They kept the name you gave her.
That is wonderful, isn't it? That's thoughtful.
She has tried to look for you.
No.
Does that feel nice?
It feels amazing. I was worried that my search would be fruitless, pointless, rejected. But to know that she'd actually tried to find me as well, that's brilliant. That makes me feel so warm.
So I have got a photo. Would you like to see?
Yes, yes, please, please.
Gorgeous, isn't she?
She's beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful and happy.
There's one more small shock in store for you, which is she'd love to meet you down here.
Really?
Would you like that?
Yes, yes,
It's
yes,
good,
yes.
isn't it?
And she's travelling all the way down here.
She is to see you.
That is incredible. I can't believe it. Tony, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
She's been found. They've traced her.
Oh, Ros. Oh. Well, at least that's one weight off your mind, isn't it?
She's well and safe and
Is she?
happy.
Yeah.
Do you want to see a photograph?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness, Ros. Similarities. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Lindsay has come with her new partner Jason to meet Ros at a hotel close to where her birth mother lives.
Very mixed emotions. I'm very happy, very excited, but still very nervous. I just don't want her to be disappointed. If she's got a certain idea of what I look like and how I am, that I'm not that person. See you later.
Today is going to be momentous. It would just mean such a lot. I'll see you
No
later.
weeping.
Oh, yes.
I'll see you in a short while.
All right. I am so excited about today. Hello, good afternoon. I want to get there now. I want to meet her.
I'm feeling excited and nervous, but happy, very happy.
Hello. Goodness. I don't know what to say. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I can't believe it. I can't believe this is happening.
I know. A long time coming.
It is. I just want to look at you. I've looked at your photos so many times, I've nearly worn the print off. I think.
Have you? I never thought this would happen.
And you looked for me as well.
I did. I just didn't want to blow up your life. I didn't know what you were doing or if anyone knew about me. So
Yes.
I thought I'd just leave it.
So you and I think, thought the same things. Didn't want to disrupt.
What you did was incredibly brave. And I've always thought that, but it wasn't until I had my first child. I couldn't imagine giving him up.
No.
That
No.
must have been so painful.
It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
I thought, I wonder if you're thinking of me, wondering what I'm doing, if you've remembered, you know, all of those things.
How
I know, but you kind of, your head just plays mind games and...
Yeah. I have something for you.
It's like my christening bracelet that I lost. Thank you, that's beautiful.
I couldn't buy you one when you were small, so... Don't cry. All right.
That is beautiful.
I'm full of joy and happiness. I want to stand on that step and shout to everybody, you know, I have met her, I've met my daughter.
It's so lovely. I'll wear it. I don't give you always when I've got it on. It went amazingly well. It was just the best day of my life.
Hello.
How are you? You must be the lady in question.
I am. Hello.
Hi, Lindsay.
Woo!
Cheers.
Here's to an amazing day.
Yes. Yes.
Tegan Cornish was adopted into a family with her baby brother Kenneth. But while Tegan stayed, Kenneth was sent back into care. Tegan never got the chance to spend her childhood with her brother Kenneth as a result of her adoptive parents feeling that they just couldn't keep him. So it's wonderful because today I can give her the news that her brother's been found. I'm meeting Tegan at her friend's house.
Hi, Tegan.
Hi, Tegan.
Come on in.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Right, it's a pleasure.
Thanks for seeing me today. I wanted to ask you about finding out that you had a brother because it happened so late. You were in your 40s.
Yeah, I decided...
How did you find out?
It wasn't until I actually reread my notes and reread them a bit more thoroughly. It dawned on me that, I've got a brother, he's out there. Then I kind of thought I'd really like to find him, I'd like more family. And read the notes about him, and he sounds like he was bubbly and he seemed like he was kind of quite friendly and outgoing, and yeah.
How old would he have been when they were writing?
There were notes up until his adoption. He was adopted in 65, but he was born in 63.
Have you got a picture in your head of like...
Yeah, I think he's, I don't know, in my head he's very friendly and bonny, bouncy, bubbly.
It's funny, isn't it, when you've got no idea and you just kind of paint this picture in
if
your
you
head.
hear someone's name.
Yes,
kind of,
exactly.
Decide they're blonde or something. Oh! Wow, I need my glasses.
Where are your glasses?
Where are my
Are they
glasses?
up there?
Yeah.
Here.
And he is. He has got
Are these-
short,
are
dark,
these
curly
yours?
hair and he's swapping around. Oh, my God. He really is, isn't he?
It's like you've literally just described me that photo.
Oh, my God. And he's got a gap in his teeth as well.
Did you have that?
I had a huge gap in my
Did
teeth,
you?
yeah. Have you found him? You must have done. It's really great. It's really great news. Where does he live?
He's in South London.
It's great. Funny. Funny, that's why I decided he looked like he does. Oh, sweetheart. What's he called now?
He's still called.
Oh, he is still called Kenneth?
He likes to be called Ken or Kenny.
He obviously knows about me then.
He had no idea until we got in contact with him. He didn't know
He
yet.
had no idea.
None.
Was he really shocked?
He was really happy.
Stop it. I'm crying because I'm happy now. Oh, God. Has he got brothers and sisters?
He grew up with an adopted sister. His childhood was a bit tricky. He just never felt like he really belonged.
Oh, so that's how I felt all along as well.
I think you have a lot in common in terms of your adoption. They just never quite loved him in the way that he needed. He's married to Elsie.
Okay.
And he's been with Elsie since he was 15.
Oh, that's really sweet.
And he just thinks the world of her. He's got 2 girls, 7 grandchildren.
Oh, my God.
And 1 great-grandchild.
Wow.
I've got a photo of him
Now?
Here? Yeah. Would you like to see it?
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, wow. Need my glasses again. Hasn't got curly hair anymore.
No.
Oh. He's got brown eyes.
Kenneth would love to meet you.
Yeah, I'd love to see him. Love to meet him.
He's written something for you.
Oh.
Would you like to read it?
Yeah, well, that's going to make me go. Dear Tegan, when it became apparent that you have been looking for me so long, I was overwhelmed. My wife and my daughters are very excited about meeting you. I cannot wait to meet you and start our sister and brother relationship. Thanks for your overwhelming quest to find me. We will be meeting soon. Lots of love, Kenny. I'm just so pleased that he's happy to meet me and happy to let me be part of his family.
Tegan has come to South London to finally meet the little brother she was separated from nearly 60 years ago.
This is something that I've wanted for a long time. It means a lot to me. I think I'll find it quite overwhelming. You'll expect I'll cry. I'm really grateful that I'm going to be able to meet him. I'm nervous to meet him.
So how are we feeling now? Now we're getting closer to the meet.
Just really try to hold my emotions back, that's all.
Well, don't have to hold them back too much, eh? It's the most natural thing. We're nearly there.
Yeah, not too long now, is it?
Not too long at all.
Hello. That's pretty momentous, isn't it? Just really looking forward to meeting him.
Heart's bumping me, everything.
Hello.
Hello.
I knew this was going to be messy. So I hear you've got a great big family, you lucky man.
Yeah, well, quite big, yeah.
I've always wanted to be part of a bigger family.
You will be now.
Is Elsie waiting downstairs?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to meeting her.
Yeah.
I've got so much to say, I don't know where to start. When I reread the social worker's notes and then I realised that you'd come with me to my parents, I was really shocked. I just had to keep rereading it. So I couldn't believe that you came with me. I just was so gutted to think that you'd been there and you got sent away and we could have known each other all that time.
That I was there and I never stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just fantastic. You spent the time to actually get us together because that's the most important thing for me.
Yeah, so you were really surprised.
I must admit, I cried for bloody ages. And just meeting you today, just one fantastic. Honestly, I can't have a dream come true.
Yeah, that's
Really.
lovely. It is for me too.
Yeah.
So do you see anything?
Yeah.
So I think-
if we go like this, look, if we go like this.
Super happy to have a blood brother. There is a bond between us. I really do feel at ease with him. I don't feel like he's a stranger at all.
When she walked in and I see her smile and then we had a cuddle and there was a lot of emotion there from both sides. It was really lovely. This is Elsie, this is Tegan.
So nice. Hello, nice to meet you.
So much like him.
I know. Yeah. You can see it.
To the future. Cheers.
New beginnings.
Yeah, absolutely.